Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to cut and sew short cow neck bubu dress in a very simple way. Here is the fabric I'm using for the tutorial today. Is crepe fabric of 2 yards. If you are making yours, make sure you use 2.5 yards. I'm just making use of these 2 yards for the sake of this tutorial. So let me quickly fold my fabric into 4 and show you how to draft and cut it. Now I'm done folding my fabric into 4 pieces, as you can see. So I have 1 inch here for my center front slit. So this is my back part on my front part. This is my back part. So I'm going to start by measuring all my measurements from my center back, not from my center front. As you can see, so I'm starting all the measurement from my center back. So on my shoulder line from my center back, I'm going to measure out my neck width of 3 inches for both front and back. So neck depth for the back part is 1 inch. I'm going to add ½ inch to it for my shoulder joining. That is 1.5 inch. I'm going to connect with my free hand like so. This is my open edge, as you can see. The other side is my folded edge. So I'll go ahead and measure my neck depth for the front part from my shoulder line, which is 9 inches. I'm adding ½ inch for shoulder joining to it. That is 9.5 inch, which is here. After that, I'm going to connect just like this. So now this is my front neck line. From my center back, I'm going to measure half of my shoulder measurement, which is 7.5 inches. From there, I'm coming down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. You know, the bubu gown I'm making today is cut together with the sleeve. So for that, I'm going to measure all together from my center back. So I'm measuring 28 inches plus 1 inch or ½ inch seam allowance. So I'll go ahead now and draw out my shoulder slope from my neckline with the help of my straight ruler. Just like this. From my neckline, not from my shoulder measurement. But I'm going to pass through that shoulder slope that I measured from my shoulder, from the half of my back measurement on my shoulder line, just like this. So this is my shoulder slope for my bubu dress I'm making today. So from my shoulder line here, I'm going to measure 30 inches where my bubu is going to start from. My cow neck is going to start from for my bubu dress. So from my shoulder till the full length of my dress is 37 inches, which is here. 36 inches. So the remaining allowance will be for my hemming allowance. So now from my center back on this line, I'm going to measure quarter of my hip plus 2.5 inch out. Quarter of my hip plus 2.5 inch extra, just to make it free. And it's here now. So I'm doing the same thing on the down part of my dress. Quarter of my hip plus 2.5 inch. I'm going to connect like so. So now we are going to draw out our cow neck style. Just watch what I'm doing. I'm going to connect like so. So I'm just connecting it with my free hand. Just be creative with whatever you are doing. But before connecting, I'm measuring half of my round armhole out. To get that, just measure here for your round armhole. So I have 10 inches there. I'm dividing it by 2, that is 5 inches. I'll just measure it out from here, and I'm going to add ½ inch for shoulder joining to it. That is 5.5 inches. So I'm going to connect like so till I reach where my cow neck is going to stop, just like this. Can you see that? So I'm going to cut it out. Just watch what I'm doing. After cutting, I'm going to remove the back part, but before doing that, I'm going to notch where my bubu, my cow neck will stop, and I'm going to cut out my neckline for the back part and the shoulder slant. My back neckline and my shoulder slant. I'll now remove my back for me to complete the cutting of the front part. Just watch what I'm doing and be creative in whatever you are doing to make your job neat and accurate at the end of the day, and to avoid unnecessary stress. So this is my back part. I'll now complete the cutting of my front part by me reconnecting the neckline, just like so. Just watch what I'm doing, you will understand. After connecting, I'm going to cut it out. Now that I'm done cutting, I'm going to split my front into two. I said my front has center slit, so that was why I added 1 hinge for it on my front part. So I'm going to slit it into two like this. Just watch what I'm doing. Now I'm done cutting, as you can see. I'll go ahead now and join my center front from here till the down part, but I'm going to measure about 5 to 6 inches from the down part for my slit. Now I'll go ahead to my manche and stitch from here to here. I'm done stitching, as you can see. This is my center front, and I stopped my stitching here. So I left this place open for my slit. Can you see that? My center front slit. So I'll go ahead and fold small fabric for my facing, because I'm adding facing to my front part and my back part. So I'm cutting the front facing first. After folding my fabric into two, I'm going to place my front on it. Just let me show you how you can do it very well. Fold your fabric, fold your front. I'm folding my front to be on the right side, just like this. This is the right side of my front part, as you can see. After folding into two equal places, I'll now fold my small fabric for my facing. I'm going to fold it into two as well. Place my front on it, trace the neckline out and cut it out. Just watch what I'm doing, you will understand. The center of my front align with the center of my facing to make the job easier for me. So after doing that, I'll just trace it out with my chalk, just like this. Now that I'm done tracing it out, I'm going to measure what I have here, which is 3 inches, and I'm going to measure 3 inches on my shoulder slant as well, just like this. After measuring it out, I'll just connect, draw it out like this and cut it out. So after cutting it out, this is what I have for my front facing. Can you see that? So I'll now open up my front part just like this, place my facing on the right side of it and stitch all around. I'm placing my facing on the right side of it like this. Let the right side of the facing face the right side of the main body. I'm going to stitch from here to here with 1/2 inch. After doing that, I'm going to move on to the back part. Fold this small fabric for my back facing. After folding the small fabric, I'm going to place my back on it. So I'm going to measure 3 inches downward for me to cross check. So that will be the length of my facing for the back part. And I'm going to trace it out just like this. I'm going to measure 3 inches on my shoulder slants like this, like I did on the front part, and I'm going to connect before cutting. So I'll just connect it like this and cut it out. Now, after cutting the facing for my back part, I'm going to hem the bottom of my back part, the bottom of my facing with 1/4 inch before placing it on my back part and stitch the neckline with 1/2 inch. So I'm going to let the right side of my facing face the right side of my back part and stitch with 1/2 inch of my neckline like this. Now I'm done stitching. As you can see, this is my back part and I've hemmed the bottom of my facing as well. So I'll go ahead and notch the neckline with 1/4 inch. Just don't let it touch the sewing to avoid unnecessary stress, please. And this is my front part as well. I'm cutting the excess thread. So this is neckline for my front part. I'll go ahead and notch my neckline. As you can see, I hemmed the bottom of my facing for the front part as well. So I'm going to go ahead now, notch the neckline of my front part very well. So after notching, I'll go ahead and after notching the two neckline, this is my front part. As you can see, I'll go ahead and use my hemi glue to gum my facing down. After that, I'm going to place it like this. Place my back on it. Just let the two face each other on the right side. I'm placing my back on it like this. Let the right side face each other and let the shoulder line align on each other before stitching, and stitch from the neckline here till I reach here. So I'm going to do the same thing on the second side here. So this is how I'm going to join the neckline together and stitch. Open up the back neckline and the facing, put the front in between and stitch with 1/2 inch. So I'm done stitching both shoulders, as you can see. And this is my back neck line. Look how neat and beautiful it is. So for me to stitch, I'm going to come down to where I measured 5 inch. So I'm stitching from here till I reach the bottom of my dress on both sides. Now I'm done stitching both sides, as you can see. So I'll go ahead and notch all the curvy area and turn it to the right side. And this is my sleeve band. The wideness of my small fabric is 4 inches and 11 inches long. And now I'm going to measure 5 inches on this because I have here 5.5, and I'm going to spread it, fold it into two like this, and stitch with 1/2 inch. I'll do the same thing on the second one. So after joining, this is what I have. I'm going to open the same hook like this and give it a good press. I'm doing the same thing on the second one of it, and I'm going to turn it like this for me to show you how it's going to look like. Now I'm done ironing my sleeve band, so I will easily fold it like this, put it inside the main body like so, and stitch it all around. Just watch me as I'm doing it, you understand. Put it inside like this, let the seam align on each other. So I'll go ahead and stitch with 1/2 inch all around. I'm doing the same thing on the second one. Now I'm done stitching my sleeve band. As you can see, look how neat and beautiful it is. So I'll go ahead and notch all the curvy area on both sides. So I'm just going to notch like this. So after notching, I'm going to turn it to the right side for you guys to see. I'm done turning it to the right side. Look how beautiful it is on the outside. So I'll move ahead to the bottom of my dress now for me to hem my center slit and my bottom. So I'll go ahead and open my center slit like this, double fold it and stitch from here till I reach the second side. So after stitching like that, I'm going to hem the bottom, double fold and stitch it round. So after that, I'm giving it a good press, put hemi gum on my neckline and iron it flat. So after all that, I'll come and show you the finishing look of it. So here is the finishing look of it. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to support my channel. If you have any question pertaining to cutting and sewing, you can join me on my Facebook group, Details to Sewing, created by Akorede Adenike. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Akorede Adenike. Please show some love by liking and following my page on Facebook at Akorede Adenike Sewing Tutorial. Till I see you in my next video, bye for now.